What's going on, people? Happy New Year. It's Ras out here in Singapore, and thank you so much for joining me back here on the Night Owl podcast. I really, truly appreciate all of you joining in from wherever you are in the world during whatever time of day you actually happen to be listening to me. I truly do appreciate your support and feedback, actually. I look forward to a lot of the feedback. So today, I just wanted to go back over the advance of 2020 and everything that I was finally able to knock out and scratch off my to-do list. And I feel pretty good about that, actually. And looking toward the new year, suddenly I'm not even sure what I want to aim for, or I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. It's kind of wide open at the moment. But I do know that I've been consuming a lot more. I've been watching Netflix for fun instead, but even then, you know me, I still get messages every so often and I have to stop and record. So this is one of those moments. I was watching Cobra Kai. I didn't even realize that they had done a spin-off with all the original characters, plus some new ones, of course, from the Karate Kid series. Now, obviously, we all watched Jaden Smith when he did his updated version, but I got a kick out of being able to sit down with my kid and watch the original Karate Kid with her and have it kind of, play into the new series. So that was kind of cool. I really enjoyed that. And it was a section of the new series that actually really caught me. I love the fact that I'm looking at it from Cobra Kai. I really enjoy watching not just the hero's point of view, but I really enjoy watching the other side of the story. Wicked did this first, I think. I'm not sure. I think it may have been first. But I really enjoy watching what it is that made the villain, supposedly the villain, and what they see from their point of view. But I really am enjoying Johnny Lawrence's evolution, his ability to kind of think past everything that he had gotten himself into, the reason why he was where he was. Obviously, he went through a phase where it wasn't his fault. Life was just fucking him over for no reason. He couldn't figure it out. And then eventually he was like, nope, I'm in charge. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make it work. So I really love that because I think I identify more with the villain than I do with the hero a lot of times. Even though the hero's journey is the same no matter what, I think that I understand a little bit more from the villain side of things. I feel like maybe they go through a lot more struggle than we realize, and they're the ones, when they go through a transformation, it's like magnificent. It is really unexpected. It really is a complete change of events, and I love that so much. So it's a particular quote that came up that really caught my ear, and I wanted to talk about that. So it's a section of, not really a section, it's a quote that says that, he will be a better man than you will ever be. And it's basically Johnny Lawrence's son talking to him with reference to Daniel LaRusso, of course. So I was kind of taken aback. I kind of felt bad. It hit me in my gut when he said that to his dad. But I get it. I understand. In his point of view, because he doesn't have the whole story, Daniel Lawrence seems like a damn saint. He's doing everything he needs to be doing, and this is what he wants his father to do, but his father's not in a position to be able to do that, to offer those kinds of things yet. He's still trying to get his life together, so he can't really help anyone else until he helps himself first. And this is one of those moments where it suddenly really makes sense that, you don't put the oxygen on the other person first, you got to put it on yourself so you don't pass out while helping people. So I like that. I really enjoy the idea of him struggling a little bit, really getting, gut punched with this damn comment. But then the first thing that occurred to me was, yeah, Daniel LaRusso had a tough time. He was bullied as a kid. I totally get that. But he had a supportive mom. He found a mentor, Mr. Miyagi. He had people along the way that supported him, whereas, and I didn't know this until Cobra Kai, Johnny Lawrence did not. Johnny Lawrence had to fend for himself. He was looking for love in all the wrong places. He thought what was support would be helpful to him, and for a while it made him feel powerful, and he thought powerful would be more important than actually having love in his life. Come to find out, yeah, that's not the way that works. So unfortunately, he had a tougher time, but I feel like he is more of a man in some respects because he's had to fight harder for it and fight longer for it. Yeah, of course he was stubborn. Yeah, of course a lot of his life is his own undoing. He did it to himself. He kind of set himself up to be in a position where he wasn't really moving anywhere, but he always had to ask for handouts. And I've been there. I know what that's like. I don't like asking for handouts. I've been in a position like that where I've had to ask people for help, or beg for money, or hope to God somebody was going to be able to pay their bill to me so that I could pay a bill in return. So I know what that feels like. It's a really ugly feeling, and no one really wants to admit to those moments, but I feel for the character as a result. I really relate to that character. So when he was going through, this telling off that he was getting from his kid, I really felt like, wow, what actually makes a better man? Who is a better man? I know everyone has their own struggles. Everyone has their own mountain to climb. I've said it 1,000 times. Your cross is your own to bear, and that burden is heavy to you and to you only, and that's okay. because this is the amount that you've been given to handle, right? And eventually, if you are able to come out of this, maybe you'll be given more to handle. But the point being that every time you're given something new, it's like a burden. It's uncomfortable. It's not fun. You don't know how it's going to work. I mean, I recently spoke to somebody who was saying, I promised myself I'm going to eat breakfast from now on. And today, yeah, I ate breakfast, but I was late as a result. But it's not because of the breakfast that you were late. It's because it's a brand new thing. You don't know how it fits into your schedule yet. You tried something new. You accomplished the goal, but you faltered on something else. So now you got to figure out the balance. How do I make sure I'm on time and I get to have breakfast every day as well? So every time you try something new, it's going to feel like a burden. It's going to feel like the change is just, irrational. It's not really forgiving. It's not really understanding. Anytime I have to suddenly rush off to a set or go to a meeting somewhere, if I'm not already outside, I'm going to possibly be late because I have a tough time with timing in general. And then I have a tough time with, managing people in my house. If I say I got to leave at a specific time, something or another will pop up at the last minute and I got to handle that before I leave the house. So as something I need to manage myself, I need to, set the timing in such a way where it doesn't bother me and I'm always on time. But that's something that's always been like running in the back of my mind. Like every time I got to change my schedule or change my my usual routine, it becomes a burden to me. It's something else that I have to accommodate. I have to change. I have to adjust. But it's part of the growing process. So for me, as much as I understand that everyone's burden is their own, that each person's struggle is different, you really can't compare them, I kind of feel for the ones who've struggled for longer without help. Because I know what that's like. I know that in some regards, my parents have been very, very supportive, right? But in some regards, they haven't. I have been through, unfortunately, 4 abortions. I've been through a cancer scare. I had a lumpectomy at the age of 22, just after I had all 4 wisdom teeth removed. I've been through some things. I've been through being homeless. I've been through being evicted. I've been through having my apartment catch fire. I've been through an abusive marriage. I've been through a difficult childhood where I moved every 6 months almost in different countries, different languages, different cultures. And I have managed all of those things without being able to have someone like pat me on the back and caress me and hold me and cuddle me all the way through it. I had to pick myself up. I had to learn to self-soothe. I had to figure out how I was going to eat the next day. I had to ration my food so that there will always be food at the end of the week. I learned to cook from scratch because going out to eat was just too expensive. I've learned to manage my money. To a degree. I'm still not really good at it, but to a degree. When I don't have money, I can make it last. But for some reason, when I do have money, I can't make it last. It's not very good. So these are the things that I really identify with, and I like looking at it from the other person's perspective. So even though I come into the new year with this big goal that I finally accomplished, brand new slate for 2021, not sure what to expect, not sure what my goal is going to be, I still have this pull towards understanding people, listening to people's stories, trying to give back as much as I can. And I really, really am enjoying Cobra Kai so far. So be ready. I'm sure there will be other episodes that have references to Cobra Kai as we go along. But if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. But in the meantime, I would recommend checking this out. Please go back and watch the beginning, the very first, the first 2 Karate Kids, so you have references. They do flashbacks, so you have references to the original movies, which I think is so great. I really, really love it. But there's plenty to pick up on. There's plenty of parallels, I'm sure, to your own life as well, where you can find something that kind of gives you some hope or inspiration or another perspective on how people are dealing with things. So with that said, I love you guys. I appreciate you listening in, and I will be right back. Bye.